in this evening, I just want to take us onto a visual and a meditation. They're kind of calling us to kind of come in and to bring our energy together in this very moment. Whew. And just allow yourself to come into your physical body, to come into your physical space where you are. Feel all of the energy moving through your body, through your psyche, through your emotions. It's almost like an electric charge of energy moving. And honor for a moment that in these times and with a lot of what we've been talking about, there's uncertainty. We don't want to pretend that it's not there. We don't want to act like, oh, that doesn't matter. Let's honor the part of ourselves that wants certainty, just for this moment. And hold that part of us. And as you hold that part of you that wants to feel safe, wants to feel certain that everything's going to be okay, everything's going to work out, that you're going to be taken care of, I want you to hold that part of you, feel that part of you almost as if it's your own inner child, your own aspect of you, and hold that part and say, I see you. I feel you. I know you. I'm here with you now. And as you hold that part, let yourself build your 24-dimensional shield around you so that that aspect of you is within the shield, and allow the awareness to feel the plasma center of the earth bubbling up around you, holding you, as if now Mother is holding you. And as you hold that space, these words I speak, you can speak them in your mind and in your heart. To the part inside of me, to the part inside of me I hold with my heart, with my arms, and with my intentions, I see you. I acknowledge that there has been feelings of uncertainty, of fear, of apprehension, of worry, of wondering, and even fear. That there is a part inside of me that has felt a little lost, lacking direction, not knowing where to go or what to do, uncertain of all of the things that are happening because so much has been hidden, so much is not even revealed or out in the open. How do I make a decision if I don't know all the answers or don't have all of the information available? To this part inside, you are so loved, you are so honored. Thank you for revealing yourself inside now. You have been doing the best you could, trying to make sure that I was safe, that I was secure, that I made it through this lifetime, being taken care of, always having a shelter, always feeling loved, and being a part of something bigger than myself. But wherever the habit was learned to feel fear, to be uncertain, to feel lost, to feel as though there was a lack of direction or knowing what to do or how to move through everything that was changing around. You are not required any longer. From your higher self, speak this to that part inside that has been holding all of the worry and uncertainty inside of you, that all that wondering about what decision to make and what to do. From your higher self, speak to it now. I am here now. I am the adult. You don't have to hold the weight of all of the responsibility any longer. You don't have to figure things out. You don't have to know what is going to happen. You don't have to be in charge, and you don't have to try to figure things out from that limited point of view ever again. I am here now. I found you. And you are safe, you are loved, and you are home. I want you to take a deep breath and bring that part of you all the way into your heart. And from your higher self, you can speak this to yourself. I am my higher self, and I am home now. I am that I am. And I am fully and completely present now within this physical body, in this incarnation, and in this form. I am taking responsibility. I am taking the oars. I am holding the compass. I am being the director, the focus, and the pillar of strength in this very I am present moment of now. To all the inner aspects, to all of my inner child that has ever felt the burden of having to be the one to be responsible, to be the adult, to try to figure out all the answers, to be in charge. You are hereby set free. You are set free now. All of the responsibility belongs to me. You are free, you are free, you are free. I am home and I am free. I am home and I am free. I command this now, and so it is. Taking a deep breath. And I want you to imagine that within you, every inner aspect of you that was holding a responsibility that it felt overwhelmed by is now fully and completely dissolving into your heart, into the landscape of your heart. And allow your higher self to be your totality of your consciousness now. From your higher self, you can speak. I am my higher self. I am that I am. I am a sovereign being. In this very moment, I call forth all contracts and agreements that I have ever made from a lower vibration, a lower emotional state, from a child mind, from a victim mind, or from a place of domination or control. In this very moment, all lower forms of my egoic identity that were not operating from my higher intelligence, higher mind, and higher self. You are hereby liberated. You are free. You do not have to hold that burden any longer. The responsibility belongs 100% with me. You are free. You are free. You are free. You are free. And I want you just to keep breathing in. And I want you to breathe in every past aspect of you, every past egoic aspect of you, every inner child, every soul fragment that was ever left behind in any timeline. And I want you to just keep breathing them all back, calling all of yourself home now. From my higher self, I command all of me home now. all contracts that any of these aspects of me made in any timeline, I am hereby fully and completely bringing them before the spiritual court of equity. I am hereby bringing them before all of my soul family, all of my oversoul family, and all of the monad family. We bring it all before the Akashic fields and call all of it forth to be fully transparent before all of the universe, all humanity in divine witness. And I want you to imagine bringing all of that out in the open. Be transparent now. No judgment. The past is the past. The past is the past. Allow yourself to acknowledge the past is the past. The past is not real. It does not exist any longer. The only thing that is real is you right here, right now. And feel your chest and your heart beginning to open and expand. And to bring that power of your love in your heart, in your neutral, compassionate vibrations out around you. And as you feel this expanding out around you, I want you to imagine that you've pulled everything out of every skeleton out of every closet from every timeline and every lifetime and every past you that you have ever been in this life or any other life. No matter how shady or how afraid or how embarrassed or how worried you were about anybody else ever finding out about it, I want you to imagine opening every closet and literally becoming an open book of transparency to every thought you've ever had, every intention you've ever had, every desire you've ever had, and lay it all out. From your higher self, allow yourself to proclaim these words if they are your truth. From my higher self, I am willing to be transparent. I am willing to be a living example of divine right order and natural law in living physical form. I am willing to open up every single shadowy place I have ever hidden in any aspect, any nook and cranny of my Akashic fields across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And I am willing to be so transparent now that I will show all of me to you now. I open myself before the spiritual court of equity, before all benevolent souls that hold the highest levels of divine right order, so that all of this may be witnessed and returned and restored back to divine love and divine right order across every timeline, every dimension, and every place I have ever existed. In this very moment, I command that any place and any person I have ever entangled with, courted to, or created a contract with, that I am complete now with, that was ever not in my highest good or highest alignment or harmony with me. In this time of this Mercury retrograde, I utilize all of the energy of auditing and going inward and rewriting all of these contracts. I cancel and delete them now. I command this now. I use the universal frequencies of dissolving everything that does not align with my highest self and who I am now. I command now to dissolve all of these contracts, return all energy of anyone I have been holding in my body, in my cellular tissue, in my energetic body, mental body, physical body, or any of my energetic fields. Return it to sender now. Return everything that is not me to its place of origin. I command this now, and so it is. Take a deep breath. Just allowing yourself to fully and completely imagine yourself from your higher self. Are you complete with all of these cycles, with all of these repeated patterns, with all of these entanglements with others? Now, from your higher self, acknowledge. I acknowledge that there are places in me that are still afraid to let go. I acknowledge there are places in me that have uncertainty of what will happen if I completely break those contracts, delete those contracts, let those people go, don't attach to them anymore. How will they feel me? How will they know me? How will they know that I am here to help or heal or hold them? So now, from your higher self, every place that I have ever held the belief that I had to give of myself, that I had to sacrifice myself, that I had to let others siphon my energy, take from me, cord to me, entangle with me, that I had to give my energy to someone else in order for them to live, to survive, to be loved. Every place that I acknowledge now that I have been an enabler to another human, to another time, to another place, or to another energy, I don't consent to that any longer. I want you just to feel it from the depths of your heart. If there is a place inside of you that is still afraid to completely cut off something, to be complete with something, feel it. It comes usually in your lower abdomen or in your solar plexus, a little anxiousness or anxiety. And I want you just to witness your body. Witness your body. If you were to be this level of your higher self to every single person and every single situation in your life, I want you just to observe, where would that make you uncomfortable? Where would it make you uncomfortable to really actually be transparent and show yourself to somebody else? And wherever that is, I just want you to allow all 100% of your focus to go to that place. And just repeat this from your higher self. To that place that still feels uncomfortable, I feel you. I see you. I see that you have been trying to protect me, trying to keep me safe, trying to help me figure out this reality, trying to help me survive in this physical form. That is a lot of responsibility that you have been holding, trying to be the one protecting me. In this very moment, I stand here as my higher self. I want you to imagine you're standing you're standing in front of the spiritual cord of equity. There are infinite souls all around you, soul field after soul field after soul field, all around you, witnessing the legions, the entire heavens around you, beings in physical form and non-physical form, surrounding all around you. You are in the largest auditorium of divine beings ever, and you are standing there, and everything you're saying, you have trillions and trillions and trillions of beings bearing witness to what you are saying from your higher self. This is not something we're doing in private or in a closet ever again. We are standing before all of the company of heaven. And as you stand before them now, I want you to bear yourself. Find that place that still feels a little queasy or weak or uncertain. And I want you just to imagine opening up your stomach, your abdomen. Open that place up. I'm telling you, I can feel the energy. And so I'm guiding and assisting through this. The guardians are assisting us to open ourselves up. Open up your chakras. Open up your womb. Open up your second chakra, that place that has desperately been wanting to feel loved. Feel that inner child that has always just wanted to belong, wanted to have a family, wanted to feel as though other people saw you, actually got you, actually wanted you, actually respected you, and saw you as someone that was important, that mattered, that had some level of brilliance and beauty that you actually meant something to them. I want you to find that inner part inside that has always wanted to be seen. That at the deepest place, there's a part of you that your whole life you were just wishing and wanting for someone to get you. And I want you to wrap your arms around that part of you and say to them from your higher self, the third dimension is a dense place. It's a heavy place. It makes sense that you have felt all of this, that you felt all of the pain. You went through a lot. It wasn't easy. People didn't always see you. Many times they used manipulation, anger, abuse. You went through a lot. What you feel and what you have felt is expected. It's normal. And it's okay to have felt all of these feelings and to have desperately tried your whole life to try to find love, to try to find acceptance, someone that got you, someone that understood you, believed in you, saw you for who you really were. I'm here now. You don't ever have to look ever again. I see you. I know you. I know who you are. I know who you are in truth. I know how you serve in truth. I know the truth of who you are. The burden you have held your entire life is done. You are free, you are free, you are free. I take all of that responsibility from you now. You don't ever have to play the game of not being seen ever again. That is complete. You are done. And you did an amazing job. Thank you so much for going into that darkest of places so that you could grab the information that we needed, so that you could grab the codes we needed, so that you could touch the places that we needed to get to in order for us to completely change the vibration now. Come home to me now. You are done. The mission is complete. You are free. You are free. You are free. And I want you to bring that aspect, all of you in, all of you in, all of you in, all of you in, all of you in front of all of the legions of heaven. Let them see you bringing all of you in and transmuting it through your body, through your cellular tissues, and out through your entire light body, dissolving all of that now, and now commanding from your higher self. Here I am. I stand before all of you here, through all of the levels of consciousness of the heavens. I stand before all of my guides, all of the guardians, all of my soul families. I stand before all of this beautiful array of the heavens, all of you. I know you. I stand here now as an awakened being. I stand here now as an enlightened being. I stand here now as a conscious being. I stand here now as an elevated spiritual consciousness that still anchors an aspect of myself into a physical identity and in a physical form. I acknowledge each of you now, and as a spiritual divine being, I make my declaration. I make my declaration in this very I am present moment of now that I declare from the core of my heart. I declare my intention to serve my source. That I align myself fully and completely to the heart of the one infinite creator. I dedicate this life, this body, this being, this incarnation, and this experience to being my true heart song across all the cosmos. I surrender this ego now. I surrender it now to be in service. Before each of you, I am making this declaration to uphold the law of one, to uphold natural law, to live in living light harmony through the vibration of love. I make the declaration to be a pillar of light through this physical form, that this physical form is a vehicle, it is a tool, it is a container from the spirit above to be here now and anchor to all souls around. I acknowledge that all of the things that are happening on this planet are an illusion and a manipulation of mind control. I am my consciousness. I do not allow the infiltration of manipulation to sway my understanding, my knowing, and my truth of the true consciousness of who I am. I make the declaration now to be vigilant to the radio receiver, the antenna of my mind. I am that I am. I am a soul sovereign being. And so it is. Take a deep breath. And I want you to imagine standing between. And as you stand between yourself, as far as your awareness of who you are in a physical form, and holding the consciousness of your higher self, this is a multidimensional perspective. You are being a multidimensional being in this moment. And as you hold that perspective, you're holding perspective of all of the frequencies. And as you stand in front of all of your angelic hosts, all of your soul family, all of your guardians, all of your guides, all of the beings, the legions of light, the hosts of heaven, however you visualize them, that within the higher dimensional frequencies, you know it in your heart that it is a unity-based frequency, telepathic communication, linked consciousness. From this spectrum of understanding, I want you to realize how important it is to be so vigilant to your frequencies of thoughts within your mind. Because if you plug into unity consciousness, you want to make sure you're not holding any viruses of mind control. You don't want to be holding any fear, any lower vibrations. You don't want to be holding any of those viruses as you plug into unity consciousness. We want to make sure that we plug in as our highest integrity. So from that aspect, notice how it's a different level of now observing the thoughts that move through your mind. And you are protecting the consciousness fields. Your vigilance to the thoughts in your mind are protecting the consciousness bands of the unity consciousness of all souls that are incarnated on human earth. You are actually protecting the consciousness bands that move through the fourth dimensional field and up into the fifth dimensional field, the sixth dimensional field, the seventh dimensional field, that every band wave that you allow your consciousness to expand to, that you are holding a level of integrity because you realize that you are able to now be the antenna to put that unity consciousness back into the field around you. So in front of all of the spiritual court and the hosts of heaven, I ask you now from your higher self, if this is correct for you, to let these be your words. I stand here as my truth. I stand here as my knowing of who I am. In this very I am present moment of now, I absolve and I dissolve all habits of self-sabotage that I have ever implemented in my lifetime. I dissolve all procrastination. I dissolve all ways that I have ever sacrificed myself, enabled another, or participated in the polarity game. In this very moment, I am dissolving all places of self-sabotage within myself that have limited me from being in the highest vibration, in the highest frequency, consciousness, and level of creation on this planet that I can be. I am commanding in this very moment that any entities that have ever been attached to me through these vibrations, you are hereby evicted and revoked from my space. I do not consent to you being in my energy field any longer. I command you, leave this body, leave this temple, leave this energy field across all of my levels of frequencies in which my consciousness resides. You are hereby evicted and revoked fully and completely. I command this now, and so it is. Allowing yourself to amplify the Christ consciousness fields through you. Bring those 12-dimensional frequency bands all the way up. Just to let you know, there's just something that's really trying to not allow all of this to be cleared through right now. So just keep moving it out of your field. Whatever attachments have ever been feeding off of you, whatever entities, this is stuff from the astral realm that has been feeding off of you because you have been holding some of this energy within your field. So I want you to just notice through the astral realms, through all of the kind of the spirit fields around you, what has been actually attached to you, feeding off of you, siphoning your energy field, pulling it into black hole worm matrices, reversal places, anything like that. I want you just to observe it now. And from your commanding of your space, I do not consent to my energy being siphoned from me, pulled from me, parasitically siphoned or moved away from my living light codes in any way, shape, or form. That in this very moment, I am closing all portals around my energy field, through all of my chakra systems, through all my meridians, all of my axitonial lines, through all of my energy bodies, my emotional body, mental body, physical body, and any places there have been any vortices, portals, or spheres around my field that have been allowing entities or astral beings to be siphoning from my field. You do not have the right to me any longer. You are hereby revoked and evicted, and we are commanding divine law and divine right order. We are commanding this now through the light of Christ consciousness. We command this now, and so it is. I want you to imagine that they are all returning to wherever they originated. Amplify a transit portal around you like a vacuum cleaner that is just sucking all of this energy. There's just so much shit moving right now. saying one more time again, I command and I declare that I am complete with any programs and any beliefs around self-sabotage. I do not consent to ever enacting on the vibration of self-sabotage. I do not consent to ever putting myself down, making myself less, talking bad about myself, not believing in myself, not loving myself, not standing up for myself, not celebrating myself, not allowing myself to absolutely, fully, and completely stand in the power that I am. And all the places that I've ever limited myself in any way or self-sabotaged myself through limiting myself through situations or by bringing people into my reality that have limited me for me. I do not consent to any of these actions or activities ever again across all time, dimension, space, and reality. I break and dissolve all contracts with self-sabotage ever again in any lifetime I ever deserved or felt that I deserved to be put down or to suffer because of something that happened in the past or that I felt bad about something, and I've been using self-sabotage as a way to punish myself as penance through lifetimes. Done with that now. Never again. Never again, never again, never again. I will never, ever, 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 ever again speak lowly or think lowly of myself ever again. I command this in this very now moment. And anyone that has ever been brought into my life to play out these roles or to be part of this play, you are free. I am complete with you now. I break all contracts with you now. I untether myself from you now. I uncord myself from you now. I set you free. I set you free. I set you free. I pull all of you out of my energy field and I remove you and I return you to wherever you originated. You have no right to my energy field. You have no right to my life, and you have no right to play any roles in my reality ever again. I am done with you. I'm complete with you, and I will never play this incarnational game with you ever again. I declare this before all the heavens in this spiritual court. Hear my words. They are my truth. It is who I am. We are here as a group, a soul group. We stand here before all of you, and together we all made this declaration. We are a unified field, and we all have our different ways in which we are helping others on this earth, but we are all doing it now from a place of fully honoring who we are. We command this now, and so it is. Take a deep breath. And let it just keep draining out your crown. Just let your crown open up so much that all of that just like flushes out of your body and out of all of your incarnational experiences, that we are literally complete with that pattern, that karma, those cycles, any of those beings that ever participated with that, and just keep watching it drain out. And in divine right order, all of it is being returned and restored back to love across all universal dimensional fields. And just one last thing, just to command of your Akashic records, so your own library, your own Akashic records, and just ask your Akashic records to please update with this new information. Please record all changes that have just taken place and upgrade and update all records to reflect these changes. And so it is. Take a deep breath. And as you do, allow yourself to say thank you, thank you, thank you to the spiritual court, to all beings present. And know that what you have promised, feel how important it is for you to literally live your new declaration. That in this very moment that we make the conscious choice that every day, more and more, we quickly catch any of the old habits and patterns and immediately delete them out of our field. That every time we catch a pattern that is an old pattern that is dissolving, because all of these have to detox out of our body. So every time we catch a pattern that is dissolving out of our body, that we make the declaration to quickly go on a rampage of appreciation for who we are, what we are, and reinstating our knowing of who we are as our higher self. That every time anything slips through our mind, that we quickly catch it and we reframe it, we rewrite it, and we recreate it in that moment. That everything we already realize we are complete with it now. So there's nothing to figure out. There's nothing to have to understand. There's no stories that we need to know. Those are all done. Those are all complete. Know that any emotion, thought, or feeling that comes through that is a lower vibration, that it is only coming up because it's detoxing out of the body, and your job is to quickly assist it out, flush it out, clear it out, love it out, and then reinstate the new truth. The truth is, I am my higher self. The truth is, I am a divine angelic human being. The truth is, I am love. I am good. I am amazing. I am here to make a difference, to make change. I am courage. I am powerful. I am supported. I am seen, loved, and celebrated by an entire host of all angelic beings across all of these spectrums of consciousness and dimensions. And I am being witnessed in every single moment by the angelic hosts, by my guides, by the guardians, and by the spiritual court of equity that is witnessing that I am loved, I am supported, I matter, I am seen, and I am here with a purpose. And that feels so good. Take a deep breath. Just know, all of you, from here forward, are always seen. I see you. I know who you are. I absolutely love you. And everybody here in this circle right now sees you, knows who you are, and absolutely loves and celebrates who you are. Please, with great love, just allow whatever comes up that is purging and clearing to quickly catch it and let it go, because it's just the old dissolving and leaving your body. You are so loved. You are so celebrated. So thank you so much for taking this journey with me this evening. As we bring the sacred circle to a close, I say thank you, I love you. And so it is. Deep breath. Whew.